Awesome, awesome. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you find yourself, whatever time zone you are in. Welcome to Fierce Friday. My name is Jody Parker. I am one of the Million Mom Movement Council members. And I would love to see, for those of you who it's your first time here on the Million Mom Movement Fierce Friday call, could you please throw up a 1 in the chat for me so I can see if we're working with new people or if you just love us so much that you're coming back to see us. And while you're hopping in on the chat, second time, first time, well, welcome this morning. The Million Mom Movement is the brainchild of Amy Venner, who is the co-owner of Purium Health Products. And we are looking for 1,000 moms in 100 cities to help 10 families live healthier, both physically, emotionally, financially. And that is what we hope to empower you to do. Fierce Friday has become the, shall we say, activism arm of Purium because we believe in real food and we believe in health and we believe in optimizing our immune systems and our body's function. And we want to empower everyone out there to have the knowledge to be able to do all of those things and then go out there and share it with the rest of the world. And so we every week pick different topics and hot topics to keep you in the know, to help educate you, for you to come here and help educate us. So that is what is behind the Million Mom Movement and Fierce Fridays. So I've introduced myself and the council, the history of Fierce Friday. So I just want to mention that one very quickly. This started last January with like 13 of us on this little Brady Bunch box. And you can see that we have grown. And it started because we're very passionate about the fact that the chemical glyphosate, which is the active ingredient in Roundup herbicide, is being sprayed on nearly our entire food supply, all over our lands. It's in our oceans, it's in our air, and it is toxic to the human body. And we found out that the most parts per million of glyphosate happen to be in Cheerios, which is the #1 finger food of every toddler on the planet. And that was deeply disturbing to us. And so we started a letter writing campaign, which has since morphed into a petition, which we will put in the comments here so that you can go and sign that petition and have your name be heard and ask General Mills, please get the poison out of our food. So that's where we started. And we have a lot to talk to you about today, so I'm going to move this right along. But first, there's something super important that I need to acknowledge before I move on. It was Tass's birthday yesterday, and we have a video for her to celebrate her. She's one of our council members. So first we're gonna celebrate you, and like you guys did to me, we're gonna make you cry before you have to talk. So Rachel, if you could please take it away. And it wouldn't be Fierce Friday if we weren't having an issue.
I was trying to mute myself. Okay, sorry about that. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here today. Happy birthday, Taz. We love you.
So Taz, I'd love for you to unmute
That was
yourself.
amazing.
Yeah, you go ahead and take it
Thank
away.
you
You're next
so
on
much,
the agenda.
everyone. Oh, that was amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so I'm up north, so let me know if the connection becomes faulty, if I'm pausing, if you don't hear me, just let me know. Okay, so I'm just going to break in and talk about the pledge. We are all about standing for something, and we're very passionate about that. So I will read the pledge, and we're very heart-centered, so I will touch my heart as I read the pledge. I pledge to defend the health of my family and myself. I pledge to reject GMOs, artificial ingredients, trans fats, and over-processed foods. I pledge to educate myself, read labels, and lead by example. I understand that my actions today will positively impact the health of the future generation. I am committed to sharing this mission until we are 1 million mom strong. This is always, I have to take in like a breath in after I read it. It's so powerful of what we can accomplish together. And I say this together because we can't go far with this mission if we're doing it alone. You know, as Jody mentioned, in January, we were 13 and look at us now. And we are only gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. And this makes me so excited. We also have something called the Million Mom Scholarship. So this is for me. We give away over $2,500 of superfoods in a span of 6 months. And this is helping families economically. This is helping them with their transforming their nutrition. And honestly, this is changing their lives. And this is what we're all about. So any family that you know who has economic needs, they can go to the millionmommovement.info/scholarship recipient. And they can sign up there, put their diamond enroller and their upline sponsor, and we choose 4 recipients each month. Okay, so we're going through the list, we're reading every person, we're finding the most deserving people ever. And let me tell you guys, these people that we're finding, they are so deserving. And as a family here, we choose them and we see them rise and we see their families change. And it's been one of the most rewarding things I've ever been a part of. So thank you so much. So I'll pass it along to the other council members. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Taz, for that. Appreciate it. So I mentioned at the beginning of this call that we like to talk about a hot topic. And right now, the hot topic is that this happens to be Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And it's very important to be aware, not only of how to be healthy, but the things that may not be encouraging that health. And so last week, I mentioned an article about how there are so many chemicals in our food that they're making us sick. They're messing up hormones. I'm going to share my screen so I can show you guys this. They're messing up hormones. This is actually the article. FDA must do more to regulate thousands of chemicals added to your food. They are messing up your gut microbiome. They're messing up your mood. They are hurting your liver. They are hurting your detox systems. And there's this whole article here. And when I'm done speaking, I'll throw it up in the comments so that you can go read it yourself. But connected to this article, there is this petition, which is not a Million Mom Movement petition. It is a different organization, the Environmental Defense Fund, but they are asking the FDA to make sure that we actually know what is in our food and what problems it could be causing. And maybe we should take some of those things out because our food here in America is banned in other countries around the world, which leads us to, sorry about that. This is actually a friend of mine who's actually a Million Mom Movement member. And I pulled this up from her Facebook because it was easier to just bring it up. Pink washing. So this month, we are going to see little pink ribbons all over the place in the name of breast cancer awareness and being healthy. However, many, many, many of the companies that are talking about breast cancer awareness are putting pink ribbons on food that causes cancer. It is the ultimate in hypocrisy, and it's extremely frustrating. And so we wanted to bring that to you guys' attention because it is overwhelming and you're going to see it everywhere. And we want to encourage you to learn to read the labels on your food. Obviously, we are, partnered with a food company, and so food is going to be our number one issue. If you're reading ingredients and you're looking through it and it's not food, it's a man-made product, then the way I think of it is just skip it. Shop around the edges of your grocery store, get fresh fruit, get fresh vegetables, buy organic as much as you possibly can, because some people will complain that organic's not perfect, it still has contaminants, you find glyphosate. It is the best we have right now in this world. I get that we have air pollution and we have water pollution and we have all these problems, but organic by far and away is going to be the best way that you can protect yourself from those things. I don't know if you've ever looked at it, but the process of becoming certified organic is really, really difficult. There are a lot of hoops that you have to jump through in order to be a certified organic company. They check the fields, they check the soil, they check the facility, they check the foods, they come in with surprise inspections. You can't change your label on a certified organic food without getting the permission of the organic certification company. That's how extreme it is. And so it really is going to be our best way forward. The other thing I want you guys to think about is it's not just your food. It's things like flame retardants in your children's pajamas. Did you know that those mess up hormones? And when hormones get extremely messed up, yes, that can lead to things like the big C and other chronic conditions. So when you're buying kids' pajamas, look at the little tags on them. They'll have a big, long yellow tag, at least in America. I know some of you are in Canada, that says, this does not have flame retardants on it. Yay, good, buy those pajamas. Think about your personal care products. Anything that you put on your skin is absorbed in up to 26 seconds. So if you shouldn't be consuming it, do you really want it in your blood supply? Now, there are some things that don't get absorbed, things like zinc oxide, you know how it turns you all white? It's too big a molecule to get absorbed, but most things are absorbed right into your bloodstream, into your capillaries. And if you look at things like phthalates, like methyl isothiazolinone, I think I said that right. It's a big, long preservative name, and it was the #1 allergen in 2015. May not want that to be in your laundry detergent. It's in lots of laundry detergent. Did you know that fabric softener and petroleum candles are the #1 cause of indoor air pollution? And yes, those also lead to illness. So I'm dripping things. We will go further into these things in future Fierce Fridays and give you more deeper education on all that. But right now, this is about awareness. This is about not buying into the quote unquote pink washing, which is similar to green washing, which is a similar when companies say, we're healthy and we're green and we're eco-friendly. And then you look at their practices and read their ingredients and it doesn't all add up. So be aware, read your ingredients, be knowledgeable, and do the things that actually lead to optimal health. And that is what we're going to talk about today. So I am going to pass the baton over to Carmela Velarde, and she is going to lead us into our next segment about superfoods and our favorite superfoods and what they do for your body.
Thank you so much, Jody. So today, I'd love to highlight the fact that Purium itself is much more than just a product company. We stand for a lot of things, just as Jody is talking about, like our hot topic. We like to dissect what's really happening out there and how do we fit in as a solution. So I'll give you a little bit of background why I'm excited to host this topic is because my background is having owned a wellness center in Manhattan for 7 years with my mom. And the different types of holistic conditions and things that are coming through, there were so many, different resources people can draw from. But Purium was the only comprehensive nutritional company that I had found that has a full resource community. This is your resource. You can come to Million Mom Movement and learn about so many things: empowerment opportunities, economic empowerment opportunities, stewardship for the earth and planet, just what Jody is talking about with a hot topic. But today we're going to talk about impeccable nutrition and health. And really, what are the products and how can we as a council share our lifestyle education about what do we use? All of us are diamond and above, and we have grown our own home and our organizations based on our own use of these products inside and out. We know them. And so just know, if you do have an organization, you are, really exploring the whole superfood line. And one thing that is standalone, and maybe you don't know, is that if you look out into the industry of health and wellness, there are very few resources like ours. And you could do the research. I did mine. I had my own store in my wellness center. I could not find anything that had the level of education, lifestyle education that we have. So I want to highlight this for everybody here, because for me as a mom, and I've had many different health conditions and histories that brought me to this day, I've been looking for something that's a one-stop shop. And truly, we have the community and the products to back up the results. So I'm going to share my particular products that I want to highlight today that I find that I use all the time, and I would love to share some information. So they are Can't Beat This and the MVP Sport. So, and then I'm going to pass it over to the council members, and they're going to be sharing also theirs and in depth just how they use them. So for those of you who maybe never have tried Can't Beat This, maybe you've only tried the Core 4 or the Lifestyle, Ultimate Lifestyle. Can't Beat This is an incredible product. And when it launched, the whole company was raving. It was one of those things that was so delicious. It tastes like fruit punch. It tastes like passion fruit and guava, yet the first ingredient is beetroot. Now think about this. If you even ask Alexa the benefits of beetroot, right? Or even look in your encyclopedia, Google it. Beetroot is fantastic for blood circulation. And we're talking about a lot of mothers here, right? And that's blood pressure, that's heart health and circulation. It's endurance and being able to really flood the cells with healthy, clean blood. Just look at the color of it. The anthocyanins in that is by nature an anti-inflammatory. So my husband, for instance, he's had migraines since his 20s, and he only takes Can't Beat This and Apothecary and CBD, and they're gone. And really, it's the true nature of nature. It's powerful in that using the science of what it can do for medicinal effects. We have to really look at the science. Yes, it's a pre-workout shake. It's known for that. It's known for energy. And my goodness, just a little history. I had COVID in March, and it had a lot to do with the fact that I have atopic dermatitis. I was prescribed an inhaler back in the day when I was a child. And so I have that kind of deficiency, yin deficiency. So when I took the Can't Beat This, it helped me breathe deeply. It's a vasodilator. It brings in the integrity of oxygen into the blood. And when you work out with this, and I have so many coaching clients who've gone through the gym and said, whoa, I thought I was superhuman. I was like, tearing my muscles because I just could keep going and going. And I just had this energy that I never had. I tell you, test it on your friends who work out, because it is truly a game changer. It changes your endurance, your ability. And why is that? It's because it's a vasodilator. um, really truly the cordyceps mushroom, which has been prized in all over the world, but truly one thing that stood out was in the Olympics when China swept the gold. The one thing that they inputted was the cordyceps mushroom, and is a natural herb that they could use. It was safe and effective, and it allowed them to have so much more advantage for endurance and blood strength. So we are talking about can't beat this, and the beauty of it at all is that we have 2 different servings for a reason, for a good reason. We started out with a 30 serving amount, which is wonderful, but then we loved it just too much, where everybody was using it as maybe a coffee replacement or a caffeine replacement, because it has the stimulation without any crash. So it doesn't give you any jitters. So it has been an easy way for me to help people get off of the lifestyle or the 10-day who've been off of the caffeine, and then going straight into using something like this to replace it. And so they created a 720 gram serving. So it's 4 times the amount of the previous. So I know a lot of you are really happy about that, because those little containers go fast in your household. Mine, it goes like, yeah, they're like, what happened? You're taking my stash. So they got one that's 4 times the size of the first. So definitely look in the back office and check that out. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend you do. It tastes like passion fruit and guava. And then the second thing about Can't Beat This, just so you know, we are in a women's community as well, is that it is not ideal for breastfeeding and pregnancy, only because it does have the ingredient of ginseng. Although if you do look in our Purium Nursing and Expectant Mamas page, there are a number of nursing and pregnant mamas who have used it, because instead of using their regular caffeine, they chose this as an alternative, because it is an alkaline alternative to a stimulation drink, an energy drink. So they just chose this over that, although ginseng isn't necessarily recommended. And I wanted just to emphasize that. But of course, it's really up to you and your body. You're your own best doctor. And I just wanted to advise that. And then the second product that I'm excited to share is the MVP Sport. And for me specifically, what I was really attracted to when I saw the label, and please read the labels, is the amount of vitamin D that there is. And I mean, it's the highest quantity that I've seen in our product line. So it's 100% daily value for 6.5 tablespoons. So that's about 2 scoops. And when you do take this, know that it's excellent for bones. You know, for a lot of us women, if you're nursing or if you are elder and you have conditions like osteoporosis happening, then vitamin D is really important. I see so many people taking vitamin D supplementation on top of our products, but we have a product like MVP Sport that offers this, just so you know, because we do highlight it as a post-workout sport drink, but it has other benefits, and the digestive enzymes that are provided with the 32 grams of plant-based protein. I thought, wow, you know, how can you get an array of protein sourcing that are plant-based, pea, pumpkin, and brown rice, as well as the digestive enzymes to be able to allow our bodies to assimilate them. So it's really powerful in that, you know, it does really absorb in the body well. It tastes delicious. You've got chocolate and vanilla. So check out the iShop. They have a great vegan flex dessert on there. That's an ice cream. So I'm on day 12 of my 30-day, and I've tried it with the bananas, vanilla, 2 MVP scoops, and walnuts optional. So try that out. It's a really great recipe. We have blogs that are in the iShop to also draw from, but also look at our Million Mom Movement recipe section. We have a lot of other great recipes for the MVP Sport. But what I do also love about it is that it has chaga mushroom. So chaga mushroom is just a very high antioxidant. It's going to help you repair. And if you are using this for really an athletic lifestyle, this kind of food supplementation is so necessary. And for busy moms who just really need to get the protein balance, There's also moringa in my country, in the Philippines. You can just pick it off the tree and eat it, have this tea, eat the stem, the root, everything. It's so powerful for the really high antioxidants, and maca root is there as well. So with that, I'm complete, and I wanted to pass over the torch to my other council member and chair, Stephanie Dawn, to share a little bit about her favorite superfoods. And take it away, Stephanie.
Thank you so much. Hooray. As I was taking a big swig of my heavy metal detox smoothie. So that's what I want to talk with you about today. And thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back. I have been on a heavy metal detox for the last 4 months. This is going to get a little bit personal. So some of you may have known that I have something going on with my eye. And it all coalesced at the same time that I got a breast cancer diagnosis. And so we thought that it was connected. And what I've since learned is that it's actually caused by heavy metal toxicity from, oh my goodness, where do I start? I got vaccines as a child up in Canada. There was mercury in the vaccines up in Canada. I've been eating out of aluminum tin cans for years now. Tuna fish, anyone? I have gotten the mercury fillings out of my body about 4 or 5 years, out of my teeth 4 or 5 years ago. And I do not believe that I detoxed appropriately. So 4 months ago, the lights came on for me in terms of the fact that this was a heavy metal toxicity. And I immediately turned to the medical medium, who's become one of my favorite resources for information around our health. And I immediately started his heavy metal detox AM protocol. And so what I do every morning, and I've got my morning drink here. It lasts me all day long. So this is my apothecary lemonade. So apothecary, as you know, is our tart cherry syrup, and it's anti-aging, anti-inflammatory, anti-stress, helps to eliminate free radicals while we sleep. Most people take it at night. I take it in the morning. Why? Because it's non-drowsy, and it just flavors my lemonade or my lemon juice, I should say, and I love it. And then I also put in here 2 drops of the ionic elements. And I put in 3 drops of fulvic zeolite, which is also for heavy metal detox. And then I put in about a teaspoon of our aloe vera concentrate, which is highly anti-cancer. Okay, so that's my morning drink that really lasts me. Sometimes I'll finish it by noon. Sometimes it'll last me all the day long. And then I'll do about 12 to 14 ounces of celery juice. And then I'll do my heavy metal detox smoothie, which I've got right here. So the heavy metal detox smoothie is packed full of fruit. And the medical medium has a lot to say about fruit. So for those of you who have fruit fear, I highly recommend that you tune into what he has to say about fruit. What I've learned about fruit in my path of healing cancer in my body is that the more fruit, the better. The cancer actually doesn't like fruit sugar. It likes the white stuff, the white processed sugar. So we want to, diminish that as much as possible with a cancer diagnosis, which is what I'm healing right now in my body. So, so the heavy metal detox smoothie is, you might want to take this down. All right. You might want to grab a pen and paper, and you're probably going to want to grab a pen and paper for everything that everyone has to share, because this is involved. And I honestly believe that we all need to be detoxing heavy metals out of our body when I start reading what the medical medium has to say about it. So 2 cups of wild blueberries, not regular fresh blueberries, wild blueberries in the frozen section. They come from northern Canada, and they're wild. If it says wild and organic, it's like, that's interesting, because there's no actually like cultured farms. They're all wild. 2 bananas. I put in 1 orange, or 1 cup of orange juice, organic always. Everything's organic. That goes without saying. Sometimes I'll put in some frozen mango like I did this morning, or fresh, if it's fresh and organic. And then I put in, so the medical recommends 1 teaspoon of spirulina. I put in 2 of what I'm dealing with right now. And he recommends 1 teaspoon of barley grass juice. So I use Purium, spirulina, and barley grass juice. And I use 2 teaspoons of the barley grass juice and 2 teaspoons of the spirulina. And then I will also put into this smoothie 2 tablespoons of Atlantic Dulse. And then 1 cup of raw cilantro. And then sometimes, if I'm feeling like I need a little chocolate, I'll put in 1 to 3 tablespoons of our Epigenius kits. So, because I love chocolate, bit of a chocoholic over here. And then other things that I put in, which is really great for breast health, is high lignin flax oil. And sometimes I'll put in some almond butter, a tablespoon of almond butter for fat, for the good fat, healthy fat. Always organic, okay, you guys, always organic almonds. Can't say enough about that. So that is my, those are my favorite products right now. And hopefully that is a benefit to you. Thank you so much. And I'll pass the baton to Taz.
Nayeva is next.
Nayeva, awesome.
Hey, aloha everyone. So I'm excited to share my favorite products. When I first got introduced, actually 6 years ago, I was prospected with a bottle of love. I was literally given a bottle of love to sample because I was a breastfeeding mom. I was at home, I was busy. I had 5 kids in 4 different schools, so my morning routine was crazy. And I wasn't necessarily doing anything for myself. And making a smoothie was way too time consuming first thing in the morning. So my midwife and doula, Willow, had come over and she kept telling me about Purium and how amazing it was. And of course, I was like, I live in Hawaii. I have farmers markets and all these awesome things. I don't need that. But what I didn't realize is I wasn't taking the time to do the things that in my mind I was doing, all the healthy things that I wanted to be doing on a daily basis every morning. It wasn't necessarily happening. And so I was introduced with the Love Super Meal. I think now it's just called Super Meal. But what I love about this is that it's a whole meal. It has everything that you need in one shake. So if you can only do one thing, this is one of the best options because it's got everything you need in it. It's got, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and read off of here. It's a weight loss formula. It's a protein drink. It's a fiber supplement. It has all your essential fatty acid supplements. It's super antioxidant. It's an immune support supplement, and it's an energy drink. I mean, it has everything you need in one. So I really love that. It has, usually we always say like, get the thing with the least ingredient, like 1 or 2 ingredients. Well, this is the one exception. It has like 36 ingredients, but you can read every single one of them. They're all seeds, roots, barks, grains, leaves. They're all the different parts of plants. And it's really awesome because in here there's sprouts, there's seeds, there's, all the different parts. And so you're getting a lot of different things. You're also getting a mushroom blend in here, which I think is fabulous. We all need more mushrooms to boost our immune system during this time. That's really important. It has a ton of greens in there. And we personally like the vanilla chai option. You can get the original version and then you can, put it in a smoothie and add your own things to it. But we love the vanilla chai. My kids call it a liquid muffin because it literally is like vanilla chai flavored. I also find that with most protein powders, I'll be completely honest with you, I've always had an issue with protein powders because they are a little bit gritty due to the fact that there's a ton of protein in there, right? And so the way that we mask that is that we mix it with a nut milk, or even if we have time to put it in the blender, we'll blend it with a banana and some nut milk. Our favorite nut milk right now happens to be Mac nut milk, which is super creamy and delicious and makes everything taste so good. So that's how we like to make it. We like to blend it with 1 banana and put it with some Mac nut milk, and it's our liquid muffin in the morning. Also a really great snack because it's sweet. The kids love it. And so there's so many ways you can actually use that. We also like to use the Love Super Meal and make like raw cookies. My kids used to always make oatmeal cookies where they mix oatmeal and peanut butter and honey and, they kind of make their raw cookie. Well, with these superfoods, the great thing is you can do something similar. I use coconut oil, honey, and either almond butter or peanut butter. I prefer almond butter. And then I will mix some of the superfoods in there. And the Love Super Meal is a really great option because you're adding a ton of nutrients into that raw cookie treat that the kids are going to love so much. So that's one of our favorites. And then one of our newer products that I really love and wanted to share with you all is our Epigenius kits. And the reason why I wanted to share this product is because similar to the Love, again, it's a well-rounded product. If you can only get one chocolate shake for your family or for your kids or for everyone to share, the Epigenius Kids is another really great one. Again, it tastes delicious because it's chocolate, but this one's really great because it has over 20 different superfoods, and it encourages healthy eating habits because your kids are getting all of their vegetables, all of their protein, all of their fruits, all in one. And they're also getting the biomedic that helps to detox their gut from glyphosate and other toxins that are in there. So if you want to think of it as the core four for kids in a chocolate shake, that's basically what Epigenius Kids is. And it's just a really great blend. They're getting 8 grams of protein every time they have that. And again, that's another one we like to make raw cookies with or mix it into a smoothie with almond milk or banana or whatever it might be. And so those are our 2 favorites for today. And thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Taz.
Thanks for sharing all that, Nayeva. I love your tips as a busy mom. So we're taking it over to Taz, who's also always sharing such great vegan recipes in our Million Mom Movement group. Are you able to unmute? Neither. There we go.
Hi, everyone. Okay, can you hear me well? It's good? Okay, so my favorite products, okay, I have 2 favorite products. The first one is Super Xanthan. Super Xanthan is made with astaxanthin, which is a red algae. And in the capsule, because there's room, Dave just adds some spirulina to it because why not? More algae, right? So let me tell you why I love the Super Xanthan. You know, Carmela was just talking about how the Can't Beat This helps, like you become superhuman and you feel like you can go so deep in your workouts. Well, Super Xanthan helps with post recovery. It helps repair the cells during that. So you don't even have to, those soreness, you don't feel it anymore. The buildup, all that lactic acid, it helps all of that. Super Xanthan is one of my most favorite products ever. So do you know what the red algae is? You know when you see shrimp, lobster, crab, once you cook it and it becomes that pink color? It's because of astaxanthin. And you know flamingos that are pink? It's because they eat astaxanthin and that gives them that color. So why they eat this is that, like, let's say the crabs and the lobsters, when they're in harsh climates, because it grows on both harsh climates, the really hot and really cold. So it prevents animals from freezing in the deep cold, and it prevents the animals who are in like the equator from boiling to death. How amazing is that? So when we take the Super Xanthan, and I take this year round, okay? In the summer, I don't wear any sunscreen anymore. I have not sensitive skin, highly reactive skin. So even products that they are labeled as natural affects me. I break out, I peel, and it's not good for your cellular system, right? So I take the Super Xanthan, and this actually makes a protective barrier on us. With 3 days of using it, it makes like, it prevents the UV and UVB rays from entering our skin, on our whole body, on our scalp, on the back of our ears. You know, like we used to apply sunscreen on all of our kids. Now we don't have to worry about that. Take some Super Xanthan and they are fully protected. And you know what? I live in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. I take it in the winter as well because I get sunburn from the harsh climates as well. So it prevents us from freezing. And you know what? It also helps, I've been finding, with mood, SADS, seasonal dysfunction. So I find it helps us as well from that. And well, I'm naturally tan, but it helps with skin coloring. It has a high amount of beta carotene. So it's like eating a whole lot of carrots. It helps our skin, it helps us glow. Whenever someone asks me, what are my secrets? Which skincare are you using? Skincare? Forget about that. You have to nourish yourself on a cellular level. And this is what I do. The super xanthan gives me the glow. And you know what else it does? Eye health, optimal eye health. I know sometimes before I used to suffer from the white of my eyes used to become dull. You know, when you overwork and you're stressed out, I just take a couple of super xanthan. It's like, it's a miracle. Within like an hour, the white of my eyes become clear, become sharper. My iris becomes the overall health is amazing what it can do. I give my kids, it's good for the entire family, and it repairs the damage. Okay, my second favorite. Oh yeah, and it lowers oxidative stress, which we all need. Skincare. So my second favorite is barley grass juice. Barley grass juice is what I have right here. I love this. I'm never without my barley grass juice. Whenever you see me and I'm having something green, it's this one. So why do I take this? Okay, I intermittent fast. Okay, so I don't eat until noon. And you know what I love about this? It's 0 calories. So you can have as much as you want with no calories. It's high in chlorophyll, which is amazing. And as well, I always incorporate this with the family. So what I do, I make shots for my kids and I put it in there. And I'm like, guys, let's just have a shot of barley grass. So they're getting their full amount of vitamins, their greens, and they don't even know it. And I love that it has such a mild flavor. Compared to the other greens, barley grass is so mild. You can mix it in anything. You can add it to the power shake. Stephanie adds it to her superfood juice. Like everything that you already have, you can just add the barley grass juice. Also, our barley grass juice is found 5,000 feet on elevation in a volcanic soil. Okay, so this is amazing. And then it's air pressure dehydrated. Like, where can you find this? This is the optimal nutrition level on a volcanic soil. And also what I love about this is that if you're a breastfeeding mama, you can take it. It helps your your milk production so much. It helps milk production, and now you're healing your body and you're giving these nutrients to your kids. So while pregnant, you can have it, post-pregnancy, you can have it. It is amazing. And it's really hard to find. It's not an ingredient you can go to any grocery store and find easily. This, I feel, is one of the unheard of superstars of Purium. So I love it. So super xanthan and barley grass are two of my favorite products.
Okay, thank you so much,
Back
Ty.
to you, Carmela.
All right, perfect. Sorry, we are running short on time, so I wanted to make sure we also have more time. And I used it also for breastfeeding, and it definitely did elongate the lactation process for me. So I'm going to turn off my mic and go on to Jody Parker. I'm really excited to hear her knowledge on products, as we all love to hear her, and take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Carmela. And thank you, Tess. I actually start my day with barley green juice every single morning, and I've been doing it for a year and a half daily. I think I've missed it twice, and it makes a gigantic difference. And I take the super xanthan every day. I do the Can't Beat This. I do a lot of those. What I don't do are the Love and the Epigenius. And everybody's gonna be like, whoa, why? I have a ridiculously sensitive family. And I work with a lot of people who have ridiculously sensitive kids. And for me, I can't do all those mushrooms and the love. My husband drinks it every day though and loves it. And in the Epigenius, I can't do biomedic every day. And I know a lot of people who can't, whether they're celiac or they have MTHFR and other detoxification issues. It becomes too much to do it daily. And so my favorite thing, we literally as a family go through at least 8 of these a month, is the MVP Kids. It actually is the product with the most vitamin D in our entire line. It's 120%, not just 100. It doesn't have the chalky like protein flavor. It tastes like cold hot chocolate. It is the product that a child who is on a standard American diet, they won't take anything, they'll drink this. It mixes into anything. It's just chocolate. It doesn't have those overtones of greens or fruits or raspberries or things like that. So you can mix it into anything. I make brownies with it, raw brownies. That recipe is up on the millionmommovement.info page. If you want to go look, it's called Healthy Brownie Bites. I put it in waffles. I put it in pancakes. My children put it in their morning. Well, 2 of them eat oatmeal. The other one eats buckwheat. They put it in their cereal every morning because, little known fact, the most important time of day to get protein is in the AM because you are breaking your fast. It is when you have the most acid in your stomach, and stomach acid is what actually digests protein. And so that's the best time of day to get a solid protein in, is when you're breaking your fast. And I do the intermittent fasting too, like Tess. So I do the barley grass first, and then I do this, and I mix a bunch of products into this. I do 2 scoops of MVP Kids, and I do the beets and the Kamut blend and the more greens and the biofruit and the carrot juice plus and the ionic elements. And I add some extra cacao and hemp seeds and sometimes walnuts. So that's how I break my big fast every day. And that will lead me to my other favorite product. I think this is the most undersold product in our entire line, the More Greens. The More Greens is actually, I believe it's 11 products in one. It has the carrot juice plus in it. It has the Kamut blend. It has the spirulina. It has the chlorella. It has food enzymes. It has probiotics. It has more zinc than any other product in our line, which is relevant now in these times because zinc is one of the most important minerals you need to fight viruses. And this is the most measurable zinc we have. And it has this really, really cool the first ingredient on here, it's called larch arabinogalactin. Say that 5 times fast. Did you know that it's highly anti-cancer, that it promotes killer cell activity, that it helps the gut microbiome and helps with the immune system in the gut? This product is amazing for your immune system. It's full of nutrients. It's got your B vitamins. It's got iron. It's got iodine. Another one that's really important. And another reason why I like this. So most people are doing the power shake. Well, I have a very sensitive thyroid because of a retrovirus that I've been dealing with, and it attacks my thyroid. And so I need iodine. You have to have iodine for thyroid health. But if I take too much, it causes me to detox faster than I can process it, and my thyroid dies. I can't do more than about 3 scoops of Power Shake in a day because it's just too much iodine for my body to process. So the More Greens is a perfect amount of iodine for me. So I get my iodine in. It's a 50% serving, and I do a couple servings of this a day. So I'm still getting that iodine. And then the other thing that I love about this product is it has pineapple flavoring in it. Doesn't taste like pineapple. It's really hard to make chlorella and spirulina and things like that taste like pineapple, but it makes it taste sweet. So it's a really great product to mix in to your MVP Kids to get all of those benefits, but it just makes it taste sweeter, or to put in your kids' smoothies because it's easier to hide because it's sweet. So I agree with what Tass said about the barley grass juice. That's the other one we use a lot. My middle son puts 6 scoops of barley grass juice and the 2 scoops of MVP Kids into his buckwheat cereal every day, and doesn't like the taste without it, which is shocking. It's very mild, but this is the other one that's really, really easy to hide and that kids like. And it's a power-filled product. One final story, and then I'll toss it back. I know we're low on time. Dave Sandoval, years ago, talking about this product, More Greens, and why he created it. He had a family member who was very sick. And he went to them and said, there's all this stuff that you could do to get better. Like, you don't have to go on prescription meds. This isn't a death sentence. I can help you. And the person said, well, how many things do I have to take? And he started listing off all the things in this product. And she was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And he was like, how many things will you take? One. And thus More Greens was born. So with that, I will pass it back to you, Carmela. Or is it me that needs to wrap up now? I got to look at the thing. I think we're actually sending it to Naiva. Sorry. So Carmela, thank you. I'm going to pass it on to Naiva to wrap us up with all the final things you guys need to know as we leave Fierce Friday today.
Awesome. Thank you all for those amazing suggestions. I learned so much from each of you, as I always do. And it's always so great just to learn what everybody's doing and what all of our favorites are. So that was always a lot of fun. So as usual, we're here to empower you to choose organic as much as possible and to do the very best that you can for your own family first. Take care of yourself first, and then you can go and ripple it out there to your community. Share what you're doing. Share what we're doing here as part of the Million Mom movement, because we want to keep growing this mission. And as it was mentioned earlier, we started this back in January with a letter writing campaign to General Mills to ask them to remove glyphosate from Cheerios, first of all, but we'd like to expand that for them to start removing glyphosate or ingredients that contain glyphosate from all of their most popular foods and eventually from everything that they make, right? So this is just the first step. So we want to encourage you. I posted the petition link like way earlier. I might have to do it again, or somebody else could grab that petition link and post it for everybody. But please go ahead and sign the petition yourself, and then share it with others that you know would align with this mission and align with, what it is that we're trying to do here with educating others. And of course, as much as possible, it's the beginning of the month, so it's important, if you haven't yet went and placed your order for Purium, we want to inspire you and encourage you that the beginning of the month is really the best time to go and place that order, especially if you're a brand partner. It sets you up for success throughout the month, and it helps you to, have some products that you maybe try some new products this month that we've shared with you today. And that way you can share something new with your community if you try something new, right? That's always fun. And then also sharing Purium, share this with your community, let them know what it is that you're doing, and lean on the Million Mom movement. Each and every one of you here is part of the Million Mom movement. So in the past, we were using a hashtag called We Are the Million Mom Movement. We're still using that, but we're moving forward, and we would love to hear and see your posts with I Am the Million Mom Movement as the hashtag, sharing what the Million Mom Movement means to you and how it empowers you, how it lights up your day, and keep spreading that light. So we want to encourage you to do that. And for those of you who don't know, I am the social media coordinator. I'm the one who posts on Instagram and Facebook. And so if you use these hashtags on your social media, I can see them, find them better, and I can repost you on Instagram, is mostly where I look for posts with hashtags. So keep that in mind. I'm not really looking on Facebook for your posts, but if you tag me, I will see them and I can repost them. So on Facebook, please tag me personally for me to find them. On Instagram, you can use the hashtags. And I do search those hashtags at least once a week and go see what people post so I can repost you. Same with stories. If you tag us in your stories, I can repost you. That makes my job easier, because then I can share what you're doing into our stories, and I don't have to create content for the stories. So that's always helpful. I always appreciate getting to share what you all are doing, whether you're making shakes or sharing it with your kids or having a get together little business meeting, whatever it is. Take a picture, share it in your stories, and tag us. And I know that we're really short on time, so I'll keep this short and sweet, and I'll pass it back over to you, Stephanie, to wrap it up if there's any last things that I forgot. Thank you all.
Wonderful, Naiva. So appreciate you as our social media maven. And what an amazing, just value and information packed Zoom. Thank you so much for all your contributions. We were hoping to have time to receive your contributions, and next time, next time we have a product focused Zoom, we will definitely have more time. So thank you so much for being here with us. Next week is all about Halloween, so please come back. We're going to be having all kinds of information about how you're safe and healthy Halloween. And please be sure to bring your friends. If you aren't a Purium brand partner, we want you as a part of the Million Mom movement. Be sure to ask the person that invited you here to find out more information about us, okay? You can go to www.millionmommovement.info. We want you in this mission. So thank you so much for being here with us today. Many blessings to you all. Aloha and happy Fierce Friday. We'll see you next week.